Welcome back to Mac Talks Football, and it is match day 9 in Bundesliga, and we are here to make our predictions for the weekend's game. It is turning out to be a very close season in the Bundesliga this year. Two teams, Bayern Munich and RB Leipzig, after 8 games, both of them are undefeated, and they are at the top of their pile with just a goal difference, making Bayern Munich at the number one team. After that, there are 4 teams at the same point: Frankfurt, Freiburg, Leverkusen. All of them are at the same points, and then you have teams below them: Borussia Dortmund, who are struggling at 7, Stuttgart at 8, and a lot of quite an exciting game. Then you have in the bottom tier as well. So it is quite St. Pauli, Heidenheim. Hoffenheim, Holstein Kiel, all of them. Like it is a very interesting season at the moment, and a lot of close games this weekend as well. So we are here to make our predictions, and we're gonna see how many of our predictions come true at the end of the weekend and how many of them are completely wrong. I was terrible last weekend, so I'm hoping that it could be a better weekend for me in Bundesliga this weekend. So let's go ahead and start the first game. It is Leverkusen versus Stuttgart. It is a big game. It is 3rd versus 8. Leverkusen, they are undefeated in their last 5 games, but 3 of them have been draws, and that is why they are they started really bad, but they made a good comeback after that. But the last couple of weeks, they have slowly they are not able to win those games, and that is why there's a gap between them and the top 2 teams. It's a 5 points gap. They drew against Werder Bremen last weekend as well, and I think that was 2 points a drop, if I'm being very honest with you. And I think Leverkusen themselves, I think that, so that is why it is a big game for them. Stuttgart, they are 8th at the moment, and they know they are on 12 points. They are 8th, but they are on 12 points, and they know if they can get the win, they will be on equal points as Leverkusen. So they could straight directly come into the top 4 if with that win. So I think it will be a very close game, a very tight game, but I think Leverkusen are gonna get the win. I think it will be a very entertaining game as well, but I think I am going to go with Leverkusen. I'm going for a 2-1 win for the home side. Moving on to the Saturday's games. The first one is Frankfurt versus Bochum. It is 6th versus 18th. Now Frankfurt are one of the most high scoring teams in the league. They have not really performed better in the last couple of games. Like the last 3 matches, they have not able to win any game since returning from the international break. They have not won a game in a Bundesliga, and I think this is the perfect opportunity for them to get back into a winning ways. And they are playing against a Bochum side who are at the moment in a terrible position. They have not won a single game till now. They have lost their last 4 games in a row, and I think they are gonna lost another this week as well. I think Frankfurt, as I said, they are a high scoring team, but the last couple of weeks they have not really performed to their potential. But I think being at home, playing like a Bochum side, you are gonna expect Frankfurt win, and I think it is gonna be a high scoring win, a big with a big margin. I'm going for a 4-0 win for Frankfurt. The next game is Holstein Kiel versus Heidenheim. It is 17th versus 10th. Now Holstein Kiel, they have not won a single game this season. They have lost 3 out of their last 5 games, and they are not really looking it's not looking really good for them. But to be very honest with you, their performances the last couple of weeks have been really good. It was quite a tight game against Stuttgart. They lost 2-1 when a lot of us thought that it would be a very easy win for Stuttgart, but Holstein Kiel fought really well. They are playing against the Heidenheim side who started really good, but since then they have dropped off. They drew against Hoffenheim. That was a very and in that game Hoffenheim were the better side, and I think Hoffenheim would think why they would be disappointed that they did not get 3 points in that game. Heidenheim were really lucky, and considering all this, they are going away again, going away to a side that is really struggling. I think we could have an upset on our cards. I think Holstein Kiel might go ahead and get the win, but I'm not going to predict that. It is quite possible that Holstein Kiel get their first win of the season against Heidenheim, but I'm going for a draw in this game. I think it will be another draw, and I think it will be a very low scoring goal. It could quite easily be a 0-0 draw as well, but I think it will be a 1-0 win for Holstein Kiel. But I'm going for the third result, which I have these 3 results in my mind, but I am going for a 1-all draw between Holstein Kiel and Heidenheim. The next game is Wolfsburg versus Augsburg. It is 14th versus 12th. And now Wolfsburg are really struggling, if I'm being very honest with you. They have just won once in their last 5 games. They drew to St. Pauli on match day 8. So it is not really going up to their plan the way that they would have hoped the season would pan out. They are playing against an Augsburg side who are in a sort of a mini revival. They started the season really bad, but the last they have won 2 out of their last 3 games, including that huge win against Borussia Dortmund last weekend. So they are on a really real high they have moved up. Last weekend they were below, like they were 15th, and they are now 12th. So it is, they know they are, the trajectory is to upwards, and I think it will be a very close game. I think Wolves are going to suffer a defeat in this game. If I'm being very honest with you, I think it will be a very close game, but I think Augsburg are going to edge it. I'm going for a 2-1 win for the away side. The next game is quite a big one. It is Bayern Munich versus Union Berlin. It is first versus a fourth. Now Bayern have been really sensational in Bundesliga. They are undefeated till now. They are at the top of the pile, and they are playing. Whenever they play, they score a lot of goals in this game, in the games. And I think it will be very interesting to see how they play play out this game, because till now, when they have been, they have played against a tough competition, they have struggled a bit. They are playing against a Union Berlin side who, I'll be very honest with you, are doing way better than I thought. I did a monthly prediction review as well, and you can see where I thought they were going to finish, and where they are. They are doing amazing at the moment. They are fourth in the league. As I said, they are exceeding expectations at the moment, and I think it will be a very tough game for Bayern Munich. I think this could be another game where Bayern Munich draw points. Company has really struggled with teams who don't just sit back, who take the game to Bayern, and I think this is going to be one of those games. It will be very interesting. Any team could win this game, but I'm going to sit on the fence this win in this game. It would be quite stupid to do so, but I just think the way that the Bayern Munich have played under company, and the way that Union Berlin have played, I think it will be very interesting and a very entertaining draw. I'm going for a 2-all draw between Bayern Munich and Union Berlin. The next game is Hoffenheim versus St. Pauli. It is 15th versus 16th. Huge game at the bottom of the table, and it will be a very interesting game. Both these teams drew last weekend. Hoffenheim drew against Heidenheim. St. Pauli drew against Wolfsburg. Both of them have just won in their last 5 games, and as I said, it will be very interesting to see how these teams approach this game. Hoffenheim, they are playing in the Europa League like nobody really expected them to be there, and that is like the shocking thing. They were one of the teams that I thought would be in the top 10, but they have not really performed to that level in the Bundesliga this season. St. Pauli, they won Bundesliga 2. They are one of the promoted teams, and I predicted them to finish at 18th, but they are doing much better, and they have been a lot better than Bochum and Holstein Kiel. And I think this could be the game where they this surprise Hoffenheim and get the 3 points. It will be a very tight game, a tightly contested game. It will be but I think it will be a high scoring game, and I think I just don't know why. I just think St. Pauli are gonna somehow edge it. I'm going for a 3-2 win for St. Pauli. And then it's the big one. It is Borussia Dortmund versus RB Leipzig. It is second versus seventh versus a second. Dortmund, they have been all over the place. If I'm being very honest with you, 3 defeats in their last 5 games. They have been very inconsistent in the Bundesliga, and that is why they are 7th. If we are being very honest with you, they lost to Augsburg last weekend. Like there are games where they play so good, like nobody can match them, and then there are games where they're like so bad. And I think that the best example for Dortmund was that Real Madrid game in the Champions League. First half brilliant, second half they just went away, and Real Madrid tore them apart. And I think that is why they are struggling this season. On the other hand, Leipzig, they have been amazing. They are, as I said, second in the league, undefeated on level on points with Bayern Munich. They are just second because of the goal difference, and I think this game could be the one where they go ahead, because in my opinion, Bayern Munich are gonna draw, but I think RB Leipzig are gonna win this game. They are gonna make it 5 wins in a row. They're gonna put more misery on Borussia Dortmund. I think Dortmund, despite being at home, I think they are going to lose this game as well. It will be quite a high scoring game in my opinion. I think there will be goals in this game, because both teams like to go forward. Both these teams like to score goals and play that a high attacking line, high entertaining football. I think it will be very interesting to see. I think I'm going for another high scoring game. And for some reason, I think Leipzig are going to win it. I'm going for a 4-2 win for RB Leipzig. The next game is Freiburg versus Mainz. It is 5th versus 13th. Freiburg have been really good this season, and they are exceeding expectations like nobody thought they would be. They would be doing so good after 8 or 9 games. They are right in the mix-up of those Champions League places, and they would love to get into those Champions League places. And they would think they would consider themselves favorite in this game. They are playing against a Mainz side who are, to be very honest, the definition of inconsistency. They have played 8 games, 3 defeats, 3 draws, and 2 wins. And with the way that they have gone this season, I think this is the game where they have to win to measure it all out, because that is what they have done up until now. They're making sure they that all the results are there after every 3 games, that they try to match everything. So if we go by that logic, they should win it. And Freiburg are a team who have not drawn a game till now. They have won 5, they have drawn, they've lost 3, and they have not drawn a single game. But I just think Freiburg at home, and they know how with the other teams, Bayern and Union, they are going to play each other. Leipzig are playing Borussia Dortmund, Frankfurt are playing, and they are, they have a great opportunity to, go from 5th to 3rd or even 2nd place. And that is why I think Freiburg are going to give it their all, and I think they are going to win this game. If I'm being very honest with you, I think Mainz are going to lose this one. And Freiburg, again, as I said, being at home, I think they are going to win it. I'm going for a 3-1 win for Freiburg. And the last game in Bundesliga this weekend is Mönchengladbach versus Werder Bremen. It is 11th versus 9th. This game is going to be a very close game, if I'm being very honest. I think it is a real mid-table clash. Both teams have been quite inconsistent. They win with 1 week and they try to get a momentum for themselves, but then they go ahead and lose a game. And I think it is going to be a very close and a tightly fought game, this one. But I just don't see any winner in this game. I'm going to set this one out on the fence. I think it will be a very close game, but I think it will end up in a draw. I'm going for a 1-1 draw in between Borussia Mönchengladbach and Werder Bremen. And with that, my predictions for Bundesliga match day 9 are completed. There are quite a good, quite a good amount of good games. Borussia Dortmund are going to play. We have against Leipzig. We have Bayern playing against Berlin. That is going to be quite a good game. Then you have Pauli playing, St. Pauli playing Hoffenheim. Sorry, that is going to be another close game again. Plus, then Holstein-Kiel playing Heidenheim. That is going to be a good game as well. It is quite interesting games this weekend, and I think that we will see how many of those interesting games produce interesting results, and will they match up with the predictions that I made, and we'll see how many of them are correct. Remember, 1 point if the entire prediction is correct, and half a point if the prediction is correct, but the scoreline is not correct. That is it for me in this video. Let me know what you guys thought. You guys can play along with me. Make your predictions in the comment section, then we can see whether your predictions were more correct or mine. Let me know what you guys thought of my predictions in the comment section below as well. Like the video, share it as well, click on the notification bell and subscribe to the channel. We are trying to get to around 450 subscribers by the end of November, so please go ahead and subscribe and help the channel. Until next time, bye bye.